Good afternoon. My name is Romeo and I'm part of the recovery team. Thank you for taking the time and joining us for our official BTS-1 recovery update. Today is Wednesday, May 11, 2011. I'm coming to you from Recovery Mission Operations Center 2 out in California. Recovery Mission Operations Center 1 is in Georgia and we have a mobile operations center in Houston. Today's update will be in the following segments. First, an overview of the BTS-1 mission. Second, I will update on the training the crew went through before the flight. Third, I'll be talking about the flight day from launch to landing. Fourth, we will review our current recovery methods. Fifth, I will discuss the current situation and the expected condition of the crew. And sixth, I will address the future recovery plans. At the very end, I will answer a few questions that have been submitted to us. The BTS stands for Balloon Transport System, and the number 1 recognizes the first flight. The original purpose of this mission was to raise awareness of science education, knowledge and peace. The fine people from Bears on Patrol contacted us to see if we were interested in doing a joint project together with one of their bears, Buzz Aldrin. Bears on Patrol is a non-profit organization providing teddy bears to police departments so that their police officers have something to hand out during calls involving small children. Camilla SDO represents the science, education and knowledge part of the project. A couple of months into the mission, it was clear that the crew needed additional help, and so Sky Blue from AIAA, the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics, was selected as Mission Specialist 1. Smokey Bear joined the crew last as Mission Specialist 2. The team chose to do a balloon mission to the edge of space. The purpose was to demonstrate that reaching near space can be achieved fairly easily and inexpensive. Camilla SDO's sun, space weather and NASA spaceflight experience made her the natural commander of the mission, while Buzz Aldrin's piloting skills made him automatically the pilot. Sky Blue's engineering skills were a logical choice to have on the crew, and Smokey Bear ensured launch safety due to fire hazards because the mission used helium. The goal is to put together a guide for teachers and parents and to show them how easy it is to prepare for such a mission, and hopefully to inspire kids to a career in engineering, science or aeronautics. The crew went through a rigorous training in various aspects, from piloting skills to problem solving, learning about weather pattern, space flight, medical issues, engineering aspects of a mission, teamwork and also survival training. I would like to quickly focus on the survival training skills and give you some information about how NASA is training their astronauts. Astronauts have to be prepared for almost everything in space, but also everything on the ground. This could be, for example, an emergency landing in a faraway place. Spacecrafts leaving the space station may be forced to come down in the sea, desert, tropical rainforest or on a glacier, in summer or winter. Before the astronauts can be rescued, they might have to rely on very basic items and the emergency pack in their capsule. Therefore, survival training is a vital part of basic training of all astronauts. The training really has two purposes. Astronauts fly a minimum of 48 hours a year in T-38s to maintain aviation and navigation proficiency. The flights commonly take them over deserts and mountains. If they had to eject from the aircraft, they may have to fend for themselves for at least a few hours and possibly longer. The training also provides a unique and challenging team-building environment. The class usually spends a greater part of the next months or even a year together. When they are assigned to a spaceflight crew, they will form very close-knit teams. With the variety backgrounds and philosophy pulled together in the class, learning leadership, teamwork skills when dealing with adversity is very valuable. The BTS-1 crew was asked to set up camp, make a fire, find food, fishing, trapping, animals, preparing food and cooking with primitive tools. The future astronauts also stripped an old car for usable tools and spare parts, which they later used to build their shelters, traps, snares, and also fishing aids. So we are very confident that our crew got the appropriate training. Now let's talk a little bit about the launch and the launch day. Launch day was Sunday, May 8th, and the BTS launch team met at the University of Houston downtown campus early on Sunday morning to do final launch preparations. Thanks to the help from teachers, professors, and the students at the University of Houston and the Rice University, we had a very smooth pre-launch phase. The students involved were very excited to assist in the launch activities and got a very good inside view into the importance of launch preparations. At this point, we would really like to extend our thanks to everyone at the University of Houston and Rice University for their continued support of our BTS mission, for education and for outreach. The balloon launched at 11:08 and 21 seconds a.m. The weather-wind conditions took the balloon first on a northern route before changing directions to a more south-southeast tracking. At approximately 60,000 feet altitude, the International Space Station flew right over Houston, and astronaut Ron Guerin sent the BTS-1 crew a "Have a good flight" message. At the time, the BTS-1 crew, they were the closest individuals to the International Space Station. At approximately 1:26 p.m., the balloon reached its highest altitude. Due to LOS, loss of signal, we do not have the exact altitude information at this time, but it had to be very close to the 100,000 feet altitude. That's when the weather balloon was expected to burst due to atmospheric pressure conditions. The landing happened at 2:16 p.m., over 3 hours after launch, and the total distance the balloon traveled was 317 miles. The jet stream accelerated the capsule to over 130 miles per hour at times. The capsule, named Inspiration, touched down just east of Sabine Lake, right at the edge of the Sabine National Wildlife Refuge. The closest road is off of 82, called Deep Bayou Road, and leads within approximately 2 to 2.5 miles of the landing site. From there, the only way to get close to the landing site is by boat. The first rescue team arrived close to the site within an hour of landing, and the first recovery team made contact with local fishermen and the local sheriff department and set up a staging area right at the end of Deep Bayou Road. Within the next hour, the recovery team secured a boat and a team to go look for the capsule and the crew. 2 attempts were made to get a visual of the Inspiration crew and its Inspiration capsule and its crew. During the second attempt, the recovery team set boots on land or swamp, but due to the harsh condition of the swamp, they were unable to get close to the capsule. After approximately 2 hours, the search and rescue mission was called off for the day. We want to thank you, the locals, for their help, dedication, and all their efforts they put into getting us through the channels at the Lake Sabine. Also, thank you to all the ham radio operators that helped us track the balloon and follow the balloon. Our current recovery methods are as such. Yesterday, on Tuesday, May 10th, the wildlife biologists from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service joined the rescue mission, and by means of airboat, they actually got within half of a mile of the landing site, but had to abort the mission due to severe weather conditions. Another rescue approach is currently planned for Friday morning, May 13th. We have volunteers on standby to fly over the area to see if they get a visual of the orange-red parachute and capsule. Very good news, we did receive a report this morning from a local fisherman that he saw light Morse signals at dawn from the approximate area where we expect the capsule to be. The message he was able to pick up read, "Ground approach." While we do not have confirmation, we believe this is coming from the BTS-1 crew. This concludes today's update, Wednesday, May 11th, 2011. We have set up a message guest book form. Please feel free to send the crew your support message. We would appreciate to hear from you. If you have any questions, concerns, or suggestions, please leave us a message on either Facebook, Camilla SDO, or Fuzz Aldrin, or Sky Blue, or send us a Twitter update. We appreciate hearing from you. Thank you for all your support, and we will update you as soon as we have more information. Thank you.